Hi, first time doing a hyperlapse ever. Let's check it out. Well, it is the last day here in London. I've only been here in the UK for about 5 days, and there's just so much stuff to do here to cram in 5 days. Because there's such a confined amount of time, it's almost like just everything just full steam ahead. I'm like that when it comes to my work, but when it comes to actually having a holiday and going to some place, I don't like to feel like I'm all over the place. Like, it just stresses me out. But because it's the last day, naturally, my family want to kind of just see everything that they can before we leave, which is fair enough. We're going to be checking out the main sites that you usually see when you're here in London. Because at these sites, there's just so much going on, and these buildings are so old and amazing looking. I just think that it'll be a perfect time to do a hyperlapse. Never even tried it before, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But today's weapon of choice is tripod. So there's two different kinds of time lapses. I wouldn't really call them both time lapses because one's a time lapse and one's a hyperlapse. A time lapse is a still frame that's been sped up, whereas a hyperlapse is a moving frame that's been sped up. So usually a hyperlapse will be just moving really fast towards something in real fast motion, so everything around it is really fast and blurred. I do time lapses all the time, but I've never done a hyperlapse before. Here in London, there's so many different monuments and buildings that are just amazing to take video of. I'm gonna take a hyperlapse of a few of the buildings. Basically, I'm gonna keep it in the center of the frame and move around in different directions. I'll probably go forward and I'll probably go to the side, or I'll mix it up. It'll probably be really bad, and I don't really have that much time because the family are trying to go to different sites and stuff, but we'll see how we go.
I see the door you closed is open wide, and a better version of me inside. Let me stay there for a while. I feel it now when I see that smile, like a body of water, seeping through the edges of my soul, and getting harder. It was never under my control.
Alright, first time doing a hyperlapse ever. Let's check it out. Not too bad for a first time. It's not perfect, but obviously you're not gonna get perfect at something for doing it the very first time. So these are my thoughts. What was good about it is the fact that I actually tried it. I went out of my comfort zone. I did something that I haven't really done before, so that's cool. The negatives, as you can see in the sky, the clouds are kind of jumpy, and the reason for that is because you're supposed to have a specific interval between the photos that you take, so everything is in a constant state of motion. When you take photos, say with like a 2-second interval versus a 10-second interval, something like that, you'll see that the motion of everything around it will be a lot more jumpy and inconsistent. Next time I would have some sort of timer, or just thinking in my head like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 kind of thing, just making sure that that's consistent. The second thing was, I think that I relied way too heavily on the warp stabilizer in post-production for it to be really smooth, because what happens is you take all these photos and it's really jagged when you edit it up, but then you add the warp stabilizer to make it more smooth. If it's not centered properly, consistently, it's gonna be really jumpy, and even with the warp stabilizer on, it's just gonna look really weird. Next time I would just try and make sure as much as possible to keep it in the center and everything to be kind of level. And I can do that by having the levels on the camera, or you can bubble it up if you have a tripod or something. But apart from that, I'm pretty happy with doing it for the first time. Like, the results ended up being much better than I thought. I did it, I've learned something, and now I know what to do next time to make it even better. So, thumbs up for that. Question of the day. When you mark special vids outside and no cloud is on the sky. Okay, so I assume what he's trying to say is when it's daylight, just like this, and the lighting is really bad, what are your camera options? Because to take pictures and videos without clouds can suck. Yeah, it definitely can suck, so this is what you do. See this thing? Not the reflector. What's on the inside? This thing right here. This is called a silk. And what this does is it pretty much just acts like a cloud. It diffuses the light. Clouds are just massive diffusers. Without the diffuser, it's just really harsh light just like this, and it looks really bad, right? If I was to give you a tip on daylight photography, it would definitely be to invest in one of these things, or you can make your own with a shower curtain or something, just something that will diffuse the light.
Where are you going to be standing? Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be standing right here.
Oh, there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just get it right. Okay, there.
All right. Thank
I'm
you.
not in the shot, am I?
No.
Okay.
Anyways, that's the end of the video, guys. If you guys like this video, maybe consider liking it and subscribing. It's up to you. You know what to do. Also, check it out. The swelling's starting to go down from my surgery, so also thumbs up. It was awesome hanging out with you guys again, and I'll catch you guys next time.